This video includes sections on setting up a GitLab project in the UK LLC TRE, exporting projects to Readall and the external UK LLC GitHub, and using workings in the TRE from other projects through the Readall group in the GitLab. Researchers must make their project workings accessible and understandable to future users using GitLab in the UK LLC TRE. You should do this for any syntax, codelist, protocols, and methods, but crucially you should not include any actual data. Every project has a GitLab subgroup allocated to them, and named analysts are automatically granted permission to use it. To get started, first enter SERP and click on the UK LLC GitLab icon from the SERP desktop. Log in with your SERP username and password. Then, from main menu, select Groups, View All Groups, and then select UK LLC. Here you should see the subgroups that you belong to. This should include all of your projects and Readall. To set up GitLab for your project, go to your group and then click New Project. Click Create Blank Project and enter a name. Make sure to follow the naming convention of project number, underscore, and then the descriptive name. Next, deselect Initialize Repository with a README and then click Create Project. If this is your first time using GitLab in SERP, you will need to create a new SSH key pair. To do so, open git bash and type in the command currently on screen now. When prompted for a path, hit enter to use a default path. Then enter a password. Finally, copy your SSH key with the following command on screen now. We have now created and copied an SSH key, so we need to return and enter it into our GitLab account. So open GitLab again, click on your avatar in the left sidebar and click Preferences. Navigate to SSH keys and paste your public key into the key field. Then click the Add Key button and we're done. Next, we need to add your project to GitLab. First, make a working directory for your project. As a reminder, only include syntax and documentation in this folder. Don't include any data. Open git bash and navigate to the directory using the command cd and the directory path. Then initialize git in this folder with git init. We then need to add a remote to link your GitLab project to the workings in this file directory. For this, we'll need the project path. So, go to GitLab again and click the clone dropdown and copy the address from the clone with SSH cell. Return to git bash and enter git remote add origin and then paste the project path. Switch to the main branch with git branch -m main. Add everything in the folder to the project repo with git add dot, or add individual files with git add and then the file names one by one. Commit your additions with git commit -m and then a message or a comment to associate with it. And then finally push that to your GitLab with git push-u origin main. It's important to remember that files in the repository should follow the UK LLC naming of projects and data-related outputs policy. The repositories themselves should follow the naming convention of project number followed by a descriptive name, and please keep data files outside of your repository and store them in a separate folder. This is because data files should not be shared between projects. On to adding files to the Readall group of the internal GitLab and to the public-facing external GitHub. This should typically be done when you finished a piece of analysis or completed your project. To do so, you must go through the file out process detailed in a previous video. Make sure to tick the box for GitLab file out consent. The files will be disclosure checked, and once cleared, the UK LLC staff will copy the contents into the GitLab. At this stage, you will have brought your requested files out of the TRE. To upload them to your GitHub repository, navigate to github.com/UKLLC and sign in. Find your project repository that we have set up for you and click to open. Select Add File and then select option Upload Files. Choose the files to upload and then add a commit message where highlighted before selecting Commit Changes. Now, your repository will have been pre-populated with a README file with important project information such as a lay summary. Please feel free to add to this README to give context to your files that you upload. If you wish to use code developed in another project within the TRE, you will need to clone the repository from the Readall group in GitLab. To do so, go into SERP and open GitLab. From the main menu, select Groups, then select UK LLC, and finally select Readall. Here you will see all the repositories that have been returned to UK LLC to date. Select the repository you want to clone, click on the clone dropdown and copy the text under clone with SSH. Then open git bash and change directory using cd and the file path to a folder in your project file storage area where you want to clone the files to, and then type the command on screen now. This will then write all the files in the repository to your chosen directory.